becoming a mother to me isn't just about growing a little human, giving birth and then taking care of them. Hi, this is Tara from Postpartum Nurturing. Thanks for joining me today as we talk about what it means to become a mother. So becoming a mother requires learning. It requires observing others, tuning into your intuition and guidance, and many more things. And it's about knowing who you are and your values. It's a deep dive into self-love as well. I was empowered enough at 19 years of age to learn about having an active natural birth, thanks to my beautiful mama. I just didn't give it a second thought. I read the books that she gave me, and my confidence in myself grew without me really knowing. I was just going along with what I felt was right for me. And I valued back then, and I still do now, a natural, holistic lifestyle. When I was pregnant with my second child, I became empowered to learn about vaccines, about childhood illnesses, and alternatives that I could use. So becoming a mother is not just, the day-to-day tasks of what you do, the feeding, the changing nappies, the giving of the cuddles, and the house chores. We can become quite automated doing these things, and it can be quite repetitive for many of us for those first few weeks. But it's also about recognizing and feeling the softness that comes in, being present to our little ones and to ourselves. We are in quite a vulnerable stage after we have given birth. So who you are becoming as a mother requires being present to our habits, our words, our actions. It does take quite some self-reflection and self-awareness. I remember after having our daughter, so I had 3 sons in a row and then our first daughter, and I just had this strong sense of gentleness with her. I was gentle with the boys too, of course, but something felt different. And everything I did, her feeding, putting her over the potty, I practiced elimination communication. If you don't know about that, let me know and I'm happy to share more. I will be doing further posts around that. But even if I was changing a nappy or bathing, I did it with such presence and care, more than ever, I noticed. And I was aware that I was aware of this. It's also a time of, going within yourself and really honoring what you need. Because we can become mothers and put that role of caring for our little ones first, and we just give our babies our all. But the thing is, like birthing yourself as a mother is about becoming more of who you are, honoring yourself and your body and giving yourself the love and the care that you need for your rest and recovery. Loving yourself is part of the healing journey. And sometimes our bodies can really take on some big changes, and our physical appearance when we feel like we can't love that anymore. So the question is, do you love the new you with all your body changes and maybe markings and experience that you had? Are you at peace with how the birth unfolded, even if you had different ideas and plans, which most of us do? We have this ideal, and it can not go to plan from a small amount to a really large amount of away. So that can be a very challenging time. You know, if we're prone to being stuck in self-criticism or blame, recognize this and maybe can bring some things in to help you heal. So are you ready to simply be with yourself, your baby and your family for the first few weeks? Or are you thinking of all the places you'll take your baby? And there's no right or wrong here. It's honoring yourself and your journey. And it's a time to slow down, to embrace this journey. And even if, you know, more so this is your second or third or fourth baby or what have you, I learned this the hard way. So having 4 at home, I juggled all the things. My husband was wonderful and still is today. And, you know, but he had to go back to work after a week off. I tried to keep up with the everyday homeschooling. Back then I was homeschooling 2 of our boys, cooking, cleaning, just, you know, having the our baby in a sling or asleep in the baby hammock in the same room as I was working. And I just was pushing myself. So we can be strong, absolutely, but it doesn't mean that we need to push ourselves. In fact, if we push ourselves, we will end up burnt out. There's a quote by Dudinsky. I'm not really familiar with his work, but he says, you have to love yourself because no amount of love from others is sufficient to fill the yearning that your soul requires from you. So when we can love ourselves, we won't project our neediness or expectations or, you know, needing that validation onto our children or partner or other people. The journey of learning self-love for me has been a long one, and I can accept and love more of myself now than several years ago. Loving yourself also means, you know, you have boundaries in place for yourself and for your family, and speaking up no matter what others think. That can be quite confronting for some of us. It has been for me. So for example, you know, you may resonate with only wanting toys and clothing from natural materials. That was one of my values. And as you discover more of what you stand for, now that you are a mother, you know, your ability to communicate this to other family members or to friends or even to strangers. You know, if a stranger reaches out and offers your child a lollipop, you know, and you don't want to give your baby or your child these lollies or sugars, you know, it can be fronting to both yourself and to them if you speak up. But it is our role. And there's one thing to remember too, as a woman, the womb also represents, you know, our ability to birth our own creations and ideas and passions and purpose. So it doesn't just sort of, the womb isn't just starting and stopping with creation of children. You can continue to use your creative energy to bring together the lifestyle that you and your partner desire. And, you know, that includes your values, your boundaries, how you want to be living for you, you know, for you and your family. So you will be, you know, you'll continue to grow and evolve. You're bound to face challenges, of course, you know, that's life. You'll have many moments of joy, and you'll make many decisions on behalf of your children or your child and your family. I can say maintain the deep relationship with yourself, or develop a deep relationship with yourself. add in some self-love rituals. One thing you can do is buy like a cycle journal, and a journal that sort of goes through the cycles of the moon phases and things, and you can take note of the rhythms of your body and how you feel emotionally and physically. What thoughts are circulating daily and often. Your energy. You can just jot a little note about your energy, where the moon phase is at, where your menstrual cycle is at. You can learn a technique like the tapping, EFT, emotional freedom technique. You could learn breath work or self-massage, or where the pressure points are. Be present and calm as you eat nourishing meals. And I share more of that in another post. So take this time to allow yourself to become the mother that you may not be fully aware of how you want to end up being. We're always evolving and growing and changing. But when you have your baby, and you're birthing not just your baby, you're birthing yourself as a new person, having this new role in life, and really an opportunity to dive deep and discover what is important to you and your family, what your values are, and how to really love and nourish and honor yourself as you journey into your motherhood. Thank you for listening today, and remember to grab your freebie if you haven't already got it, Mama's Guide to Postpartum Wellness. It's got extra tips on how to take care of yourself, because when you are looking after yourself, then you can really look after your family. Okay, many blessings. Bye.